Greetings, nocturnal listeners, and welcome to the abode of shadows. Today, we journey to a place where time has stopped, and the walls hold the silent screams of forgotten souls. Our hero, independent paranormal investigator Alex, has received a tip about the abandoned Blackwood Manor, a place shrouded in legends of tragic demise and sinister phenomena. His goal is to spend a night in this cursed place to unravel its mysteries, or become one of them. Blackwood Manor stood on a hill like a ghost from the past. The majestic but decaying Victorian house was completely overgrown with ivy that clung to its walls like desperate hands. Broken windows gaped like black eye sockets, and the creaking gates, askew with age, seemed to open by themselves, inviting entry. An atmosphere of desolation and gloom enveloped everything, and even the air seemed heavy with unspoken stories.
Alex, with his lantern and camera at the ready, slowly walked through those gates. Each of his steps echoed in the ominous silence. He felt the cold wind penetrate his clothes, making him shiver. "There's definitely something here," he muttered to himself, heading towards the massive front door. The door, adorned with intricate carvings, opened with difficulty, revealing a dark hall. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling like abandoned chandeliers, and a thick layer of dust covered the furniture, draped in white sheets like ghosts frozen in time.
Alex turned on his lantern, and the beam of light picked out an ancient staircase leading to the second floor from the darkness. The steps creaked under his feet, and every sound seemed amplified in the dead silence. As he ascended, he noticed portraits on the walls, their eyes seemingly following his every move. In one of the rooms, cluttered with old furniture, Alex discovered a diary. Its leather cover was decayed, and the pages had yellowed with age. He opened it, and at that very second a cold gust of wind forced the window open, and the diary's pages fluttered like a bat's wings. Alex began to read. The diary belonged to a young lady, the daughter of the mansion's owners, who described strange sounds and inexplicable phenomena occurring in the house. Her last entries were full of fear and despair. Suddenly, he heard a whisper. It was barely discernible, but distinct. "Leave." Alex turned around but saw no one. His heart pounded faster. He knew he wasn't alone here. But instead of fear, a sense of thrill seized him. He had come here to find answers, and he wouldn't back down. Suddenly, the light in his lantern began to flicker, and then went out entirely, plunging the room into absolute darkness. Alex froze. Somewhere deep within the house, a long moan echoed, sending shivers down his spine. "Well, Blackwoods," Alex whispered into the darkness, "the game has begun." It seemed the walls around him were closing in, and every rustle was amplified many times over. He heard the whisper again, this time closer, right behind him. Turning around, he saw only a vague, translucent outline, the figure of a young woman gliding through the room. Her face was distorted by inexpressible sorrow, eyes full of tears, and hands outstretched towards him as if she was trying to reach him. A barely audible moan escaped the ghost's chest. It was the very lady from the diary. Alex felt a chill penetrate him to the bone, not from fear, but from the realization of the tragedy that had occurred in this house. He raised his camera, trying to capture the sight, but the ghost began to slowly retreat, dissolving into the shadows. Alex followed her, directing his flashlight beam into the darkness. The ghost led him through a labyrinth of rooms, along creaking corridors, down the stairs, until they found themselves in the basement. There, in the darkest corner, lay a small casket. When Alex opened it, inside he found an old letter and a locket. The letter was from the lady's beloved, in which he promised to return, but never did. Through tears, she waited for him until she died of a broken heart, locked in this house by her parents who disapproved of her choice. The ghost drew closer, and her outline became clearer. A faint, barely noticeable smile appeared on her face. There was no more sorrow in her eyes, only relief. She slowly raised her hand, as if saying goodbye, and then her figure began to glow with the soft golden light that gradually became brighter and brighter. Then, as suddenly as she appeared, she vanished, leaving behind only a slight waft of warm air. As the first rays of dawn broke through the broken windows of the mansion, Alex stepped outside. Here's an image that captures the eerie beauty of the ghost and the old mansion. Good night. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Good night. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.